Hey guys, Jonathan here at Shadow Foam, and this week we're looking at the Makita Makpacs. These Makita Makpacs have been around for a long time. Everyone who uses Makita tools, guarantee you've got a couple of these kicking about. They come in bundles, you get them with tools whether you want them or not, so you end up with a lot of these around the place. I personally like them, I think they look really cool and they stack together and they clip together, but we all know the latches don't work very well, we all know they're a little bit flimsy, and there are better options out there other than these. But I think I can change your mind on them in this video. I've got 5 ways you can upgrade this system and make them pretty competitive against all the other modular systems on the market. So let's get into it. So the first upgrade is sorting out these janky catches, because they sound awful. When you close and open these latches, if you can get them open and closed, they sound awful. They're literally like the most grating sound. And there is an easy fix to it, really easy, surprisingly simple. You just get any file. I've got like a medium tooth metal file here, and essentially, there we go, we've got the latches open. And if you didn't know, you can twist, oh, that is the noise there. Are you ready? Right, so if you didn't know, you can twist these to the side and then they come out. So the latches, oh, there it is again. Horrible. Twist them to the side and they come out. So that's the first thing. Awful, isn't it? Take the latches out. And when you've got them all, you want to just file this little side piece here. So you don't have to take much material off, you're literally just running the flat side of the file along the top of this ridge. And you just, what I'm trying to do is take a little bit of material off both sides. And again, it's, you know, you're talking fractions here, so don't go to town on it, because you still want to have a raised bump there, so it does click into place. But you're just taking some of that kind of like sharp edge to it off. So you can see there, it's gone from a gloss finish to like a little matte finish on both sides. And then on the bottom, you've got like a point on the bottom there. And if you just round it over a little bit, it takes some of that awful flipping noise away whenever you open them. And again, you're only taking a little bit of material off here. It's not huge amounts. And you have to just kind of like keep trying. If you need to take a bit more material away, then you just take the latch off again. And there we go, and we'll put it back on. Sideways in about the middle and give it a twist and it's back in position. And then let's see. There's still a nice resistance there. You can feel it's physically clicking and it's not going to come off. Well, that horrible noise has gone. So that is a really simple fix, and I think that could save thousands of these Makpacs from landfill. I'm pretty sure when I started using them, I pretty much ruled them out based on the latches. That was just the most frustrating thing. When you've got a stack of them and you're trying to kind of pull the latches off and it's at the bottom, they just are awful. So a little bit of filing and they're actually a pleasure to use because they're just clicking in and out. There's actually a nice click to them, but not a big awkward noise. So that's pretty good. So I'll file the others down and then that's the first upgrade. Let's show you number 2. So that's the latches sorted, and that's a big improvement already. This is already a more functional storage case. Number 2 though is trying to improve how sturdy it is. And there's a really easy, simple way to do that, and all it involves is just an offcut of some sheet material. So I've got this one here, this is some 12mm MDF. Now we did the Skill whiskey build last week. If you've not seen this, go and check it out, but we've got an entire whiskey bar behind that panel there. Those chargers all work and they're all wired in, but this plate here, this table was made out of 12mm MDF. So I've got that lying around, and all we need to do is cut a piece, the same footprint as this, and glue it in the bottom. But how do you get the footprint? How do you do that easily? Well, all you need is one of our Shadow Foam inserts. Now this is going to be one of the improvements that we look at next. So if you're buying a set of inserts, you can actually take one, lay it on your offcut, draw around it, jigsaw that material out, and then it will slot straight in the bottom. We can glue it in and it makes the whole thing feel more sturdy. It doesn't have to be 12mm MDF, it could be a piece of hardboard, maybe some thinner sheet material, maybe some plywood, whatever you've got lying around, glue it in the bottom and it makes it feel better. Let's do one. There we go, all cut out, and that's the first proper use of this jigsaw from Skill, and I really like it. I've got it on automatic mode, and basically when I'm cutting, if I'm going around a corner and it's putting a bit more strain on the blade, rather than kind of like stopping, like I've seen in the past on other jigsaws, it kind of pushes through. You can feel it. It speeds up, it puts more power down, and it kind of charges through. And also the light on it's really nice. It kind of, right where I'm cutting, it's nice and bright, and it's just dead easy. So happy days with that, really pleased. So let's get this in the case. Right, so that fits in there perfectly now. It did take a little bit of finessing just to get it to fit. We've got some ridges at the back of the case here, so I've had to kind of make a relief cut there, which obviously I couldn't tell from the shadow foam insert, but the initial outline was really close, so it only took a little bit of trimming. And even just having this piece of timber in the bottom of that Makpac is an upgrade in itself. But I do like to glue them in, and to fix it in, you can just use any silicone. The past couple I just used some kind of like sanitary silicone, because that's what I had. And again, this is about doing this on a budget really. You don't have to waste money. I have got some of this seriously strong stuff. It's a tube I had open from another project, and essentially we can just squirt a bit of this on all over the place. It doesn't really matter, because no real rhyme or reason, because I'll squish it in and it'll all spread itself out, and you'll see there's a big difference when you've got this on the back, because it just changes the sound and the feel of the case. So there we go, that's a pretty good smattering of seriously strong stuff. We'll glue that in. That is a pretty good upgrade, because it's offering loads of mechanical protection. When you drop tools in there, you can quite easily split the bottom of these and break them. So having that piece of timber in there, protecting the whole case from any damage, is good. And that is upgrade number 2. So, on to number 3. So for the third way to upgrade the Makpac, let's have a look at this brand new heat gun kit here. So I just ordered this not long ago, and we've got the new Makita heat gun, and I got a lovely set of sandwiches with it. No, not quite. This is the attachments for the heat gun. This is the best bit. This is the Makita poster. That's a good 20 minutes, half an hour of staring at that and looking at the bits of kit I don't have. But the thing I want to look at is this thing. This plastic insert. So a lot of these Makpacs will come with one of these, and now this one has got a little slot there for the heat gun, and you can see they've kind of left space for a battery, and then these little holders here for the nozzles. Firstly, it's not a very good layout, and secondly, these things are even flimsier than the Makpacs. These don't last very long at all. So the third way to upgrade your Makpac is throw away these molded plastic inserts and pick up some shadow foam inserts. Now, these are available in 7 colours, including Makita Teal. I've got two 50mm ones here. They come in twin packs. We also have 30mm, and they fit exactly in here. And once you've got that, it's a blank canvas to organise everything. So let's see if we can improve on that moulded insert, and let's cut some foam. Right, so I've got an insert here. We're gonna lay the heat gun out and the little goodie bags worth of attachments. And the beauty of shadow foam is that you can kind of create an insert tailored to you, so it's whatever you want. You know, this moulded insert here is set up for 3 batteries, but all of my batteries are on stealth mounts when they're in the workshop, or if I was taking them out, they'd be in a case just with batteries. Also, there's a space for a charger here. Now I have a dual charger, and that is separate. That charges the batteries for everything. So I'm not gonna put a charger in with the heat gun, so you can set up an insert exactly how you want it. So in this one, the heat gun is not something I'm gonna use very often. Neither is the torch, and neither is this little USB jig. So these are the kind of items I would put in here, just because they can all go together. I don't use any of them really that often, but I've got them if I need them. That's a bit of a loose layout. I might change it slightly when I come to cutting it, but I do know that the heat gun will go about there, the LED will go about there, and then I'll figure the rest out in the middle as I start cutting. So when it comes to cutting shadow foam, all I'm gonna need is one of our basic cutting kits. This has got everything in it that I'm gonna need. It's got anti-cut gloves, it's got a scalpel, 5 blades, it's got some forceps to put the blades on the scalpel, it's got a sticker, some instructions, everything you're gonna need. It's everything I'm gonna need to get cutting. So let's get into it. So there we go, that's all cut, and it's dead simple cutting shadow foam. You literally just place the item where you want it to go. You use the scalpel that comes in the cutting kit to cut around the item, and you're using it as a pencil. You're basically just capturing the silhouette of the item onto the foam. Once you've gone all the way around, you lift the item out of the way, and then you cut back deeper. So with these items, I've cut down about 40mm. I've peeled out 40mm worth of foam out of the 50mm insert. So once you've cut down as deep as you need to go, you then just push your finger down one side and peel back the foam towards you. You can do it 1 layer at a time, or you can do it in a big chunk if you want to. So with this battery charger here, I did it in 3 layers. So there we have it. And if you want a bit more of a detailed explanation on how to cut shadow foam with maybe some more complicated shapes, go and check out this how to cut video here. That goes through it in a lot more detail. It's a slowed down version of cutting shadow foam as well. So that's all done. Let's chuck it in the case. So far, we've improved the latches, we've made the bottom of it more sturdy, which makes the whole case feel more sturdy, and we've improved the organiser. The other benefit of having the shadow foam organiser in there, that also makes the whole thing feel more sturdy. It kind of stops the sides from squashing in. So already, just after those 3 steps, that is a much better case. I mean, that alone is just a game changer. If you've ever used a Makpac, you will know they don't usually click and unclick like that. That is just amazing. So they're the first 3. What's the 4th upgrade? Well, so what's the 4th way to upgrade the box? Well, the box itself, I think we've taken that as far as we can, and I'd love to hear your suggestions on anything else we can do with this particular box. But most of you might not know that there's a whole array of other Makpac cases that work with this. I think most of us will see this box quite regularly because this is the one that comes with tools, it comes in kits, it's bundled in. But they actually have a bunch of other stuff, and used together, you can create a really good system which lifts up these individual Makpac boxes. So what are the other boxes? Well, we've got 2 drawer systems. This one's nice, it's got some really deep drawers, and then it's got some kind of like slimmer ones on the top. Then we've got this one here, which is 6 kind of slim 30mm deep drawers. We've also got their cantilever box, and we've got their plastic fronted organiser. Now all of these clip together and they attach to this existing Makpac. And the one good thing I will tell you, you're going to love to hear this, all of the latches on these newer boxes are a lot better. These only arrived yesterday, so it's my first time looking at these, and the latches don't need filing. They work perfectly first time. This box is great. It's got a load of plastic totes inside, and it's got kind of this gridded section. And if you're familiar with Festool or Thanos, have got the exact same box as this, with kind of this gridded system in the lid as well. So when you click it down, all those organisers are sealed and you can't have screws bouncing amongst them. So that's a really good box. The cantilever box is a little bit of an older box. We've had this a while. The latches on this probably could do with filing down a little bit, but I think it's a great box for organising hand tools. But we do foam inserts for all of these boxes. So the links for the cutting kit, the links for the shadow foam inserts, and we have inserts for both the drawer systems and the cantilever box and the organiser. They're all on the website, shadowfoam.com, and the links are all in the description for everything that we're doing in this video. So let's have a look at how they all stack up.
Stack them, pack them, and rack them.
Right, so I've got a standard Makpac here, and this is the drawer unit, and it basically just slots on the top, and then you have to use all 4 clips all the way around. If you've been using the Makpac system for a while, you'll be well familiar with this, how it attaches. Now, once it's there, you can pick the whole lot up with the top handle, and it feels nice and solid. Then the next drawer unit goes on top, and that clips in much the same way. It's a little bit faffy having 4 clips all the way around, but the drawer units, you don't have to unclip very often. And the way that these work is the latches tuck down when you're not attaching it to any other box, and then they fold up and you kind of click the next box in place, as you can see. So this one, we lift these up, we clip them in place on the front, and then the side clips go on, and then that whole box can be lifted by the top handle, and it's really sturdy. So these drawers, the 3 different types we've got here, the thin ones, the slightly wider thin ones, and then these deep drawers have all got shadow foam inserts to go in them. We've also got the organiser, which clips in the exact same manner. So that sits on the top, and we pull the latches up. So with a combination of different boxes, all your fasteners and fixings in there, or a shadow foam insert, you can get a lot more use out of this box. And one of my personal favourites is the cantilever box. They're quite underrated, these. The thing I like about them is that you can stack multiple of these together, and if you don't know what I mean, I'll show you in a second. So that clips on just the same as the rest, and with that you can lift the whole lot. I mean, it's heavy, obviously you wouldn't have this many, but it's a really sturdy handle to have on the top. And we've got 4 big sections there that you can organise hand tools in, or you can have the little totes inside. And it might look like that's the limit. Once you've got this on, you can't go any higher, but actually you can stack another cantilever box on top. That handle goes inside this one, so you can have a few of these in a stack if you wanted. And you can also see it's compatible with the Festool boxes. They're made by the same company, Thanos, in Germany. Festool's new sustainer system isn't compatible with the older boxes, but But the first generation of Festool stuff was all the exact same as the Makpac, which kind of says a lot about the Makpac quality really. Festool are known for being super high quality tools, and the sustainer system is super high quality. So the very fact that Festool use these boxes hopefully lifts your opinion of the Makpac system. So that's all of the system, and it brings us nicely on to the fifth way to upgrade the system, and that is not carrying this around like a handbag, it's putting it on a trolley. And that brings us neatly on to our fifth way of upgrading Makpacs, and that is picking up one of their trolley options. They've got two different options, which we've got here. I'll show you the first. We've got literally, it's like a skateboard. So the front box just squeezes underneath, and then we've got two clips here. That alone is a great little upgrade. The thing I like about it is it's really small. It stows away easily. You could easily make a little bracket and have it hanging on your van door. But the ability to put the whole stack, every single one of your boxes in a nice neat stack, it's all secure and it's fixed onto that dolly and you can wheel it around. It's really, really mobile. That alone is a great little upgrade. And if you've got heaps of these cases like I have, one in each hand is all you can manage really. And even if you've got two in a stack, they're heavy. So having them like this, I think that's a great upgrade. I really love how mobile this stack is. All wheels are like free moving, so it'd be ideal if you're working in offices and you need to move the full stack through. You see how narrow it is. A lot of these kind of rolling toolboxes, you have to like lean them backwards and they're quite bulky at the bottom and you've kind of got to pull it along behind you. So it can take up a bit more room. But if you're working in buildings and maybe you're going in a lift or you're going through narrow doors, having everything in a neat little stack like this, and the wheels are really solid, I think is a great little upgrade. Which brings us on to the other trolley that Makita offer, which is like more of a traditional sack truck. Again, I think I prefer this over what would be a traditional rolling box, because a rolling box, you've got the extra bulk, you've got the frame and everything, there's no extra benefit to it. With this, you can kind of put your stack of toolboxes on it and transport them around, but when you get to the job, you can take the boxes off and you've still got a really solid sack truck essentially, and you can carry materials on it. You could maybe go back into the van a couple of times and do a few runs of gear. So these boxes just sit on the trolley. They don't actually click into place at all, but they are held quite snugly. We've got the rails on the sides and we've got this bar on the front. And then the idea is you stack them up as high as you need to go, and then they give you this strap here. And it's got quite a novel little mechanism on it. So you've got a small bracket and then a wide bracket. And if you're gonna put the strap around the top, you use the narrower section in the middle and it just kind of snaps into place. You then put the strap around the boxes and then snap it around the other side. But if you've only got maybe one or two, you can fold that one out of the way and then snap it in place along the bottom. So quite a cool little feature, but it just means you've got a versatile sack truck, which is, it's designed for Makpacs, but when you've finished ferrying your tools in, you can use it for something else. So there we have it. That is my top 5 ways on how to upgrade the Makpac system. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found some hints and tips. Maybe I've changed your opinion on the Makpac system. I really like it, and I think with a few improvements, it can be a really effective system and a good way to contain your tools really. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you got any hacks or anything you've done to upgrade your Makpacs? Let me know in the comments. I do read all of them and I'll reply to most as well. So let me know your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this video. Drop us a like if you did. We do tool organizing content all the time. I'm always organizing power tools and hand tools, and we've got some big Makita builds coming, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so you don't miss any of those future videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you like that video, why not check out some of our others? We've got new videos coming out every week. And Colin Furs, what's the quickest way for people to see these videos?
Subscribe.